All right, you crazy cats. Last video for the weekend. Woo! 4-day weekend. Enjoy, okay? But first, a little bit of help on your homework. Day 2 on completing the square. Notice on this first page, right? Nice thing about this one is all those first problems are going back to like yesterday, like our first day of the lesson, where a is equal to 1, okay? So in that kind of case, well, then we got b over 2 squared, or b divided by 2 squared is the formula you can use for all these, okay? Don't be too scared off by that number 3. Okay, I know it's an odd number for 11 there for b, but it'll still work. And in fact, you even got a funky fraction over there on the other side, but it still work nicely. You'll get some answers. Again, round to the nearest hundredth if needed. Again, keep an eye out for that no real solutions case. I know we haven't seen any of those too much yet, but I know those will pop up at some point here in this chapter, in this unit. So just be aware. I'm not saying you're going to run into one this time either, but do keep an eye out and looking for it. When, again, would that case come up? Again, if you were going to see something like that, it'd be something where you had, let's say I just had x, okay, x squared. Well, let's say that equals a negative number. Remember, I can't times something by itself and get a negative, okay? And it could happen in this kind of situation too, where if I have x minus 3 squared and equals a negative number as well, right? Because this, at this point in the problem too, usually we're also saying, oh, okay, something times itself gives me a negative number, but I can't get that, or I can't do that. There's no number I could plug in here, square it, and get negative 16. So there also would be a no real solutions case. Again, not saying you're going to get one on this page or the next page or whatever, but just still keep an eye out for that situation. I'm sure it'll come up at some point in this chapter. Okay, again, not going through too many of these problems, but 5 and 6, those ones with the error analysis, they give you 8 different choices down there for what it could be. You're going to use one for the problem on the left and one for the problem on the right. Again, just kind of be heads up on what's going on there. If you still need help on those, again, use a support board, or again, you can ask me, but I'll kind of leave those to you. Question 3, here's the ones where a is not equal to 1. So like we talked about, again, I don't want you using that fancy formula of b over 2 square root of a. You're really, probably in those situations, you're really not going to use this much anyway, okay? A is just better, or completing the square is just better when a is 1. And the problems you've got here will, in fact, nicely go down to 1 in this case. If you just take this whole problem and divide it by 2, and you take the other one, next one, divide it by 2, the third one, divide it by 3, you'll get a. You get it so a is 1 for all of them, and then you can complete the square just like the other problems we've done and still use our other formula. Once a is 1, then this formula works, okay? And then that's way smoother and way easier to complete the square with. So try that for those and then see how they go. The 2 area problems. Here's where I could start seeing people give me or ask me some questions. And so maybe I'll just talk about these just a little more. Just don't forget your formulas for area of a triangle and area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle, I know most people know base times height, right? And they give you a base and they give you a height. And just note for that number 41, since I'm talking about that one already, you will, I'm pretty sure, get a decimal answer for this one. Something where you'll have to round to the nearest hundredth, okay? So just be aware when you start getting some number that doesn't seem to make sense for this one, that could be okay. Just know, again, when I went through it and I got a decimal answer. So just realize that could happen. On number 40, though, okay, the triangle one. Now remember, the formula for a triangle, or area of a triangle, is a little different. Most people forget about it. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Or you could also write it as base times height divided by 2, right? That also works, and maybe I'd recommend writing it like that for this particular problem. Let me go down here where I got some space, maybe even just get it started. They tell you the area of this triangle is 108 meters squared, okay? And so it's base times height. Well, I guess the base times the height would be, I see the height is x, and the base is x plus 6. I'm just going to write it like this, and all that would be over 2. So here's what I'd be looking at right now. And remember, we've talked about this a bunch, though. This is definitely a skill you need to know. You will use this again and again as you go on in math, okay? In junior year, senior year, all those classes. You need to be able to clear fractions, you guys. If you got a problem where one side's a fraction, one side's a not, and one side is not, how can I get rid of that part that's divided by 2? Well, I can just multiply everything by 2. I got to do it to both sides. But I multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Over here, the 2's cancel. And over here, I end up with 216. But the 2's are gone, so now I don't have a fraction over here. which is a big help to getting me on that path to completing the square. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right there from that point, but there's just a little help to get you started on that area of a triangle one in case you need it. All right. Okay, now this last problem, nice enough. This landscaping one, again, hopefully you've read through it already, you've tried to do some stuff, but here's me giving you a little bit of help. I did make this one with 2 points because it is just a bunch of steps, so but all stuff that I think you should be able to do, and I even give you a hint right here even before this video. It says maybe start off by the fact that first they gave you the equation to work with. A lot of times we have to make those equations, or we've done so in the past, but in this case they did give you all the parts that you need already. So 140 equals, and then they got the binomials that you need. It's something you could put together too. Look what they did. They just took 20, and then they subtracted off x and x feet right there for the width of the path that you're going to make, okay? And then 16, they subtracted off x and x, which ends up being 2x. So that's how they got that. And they have their total area that they can use for this crushed stone path around the courtyard, okay? So they gave you the equation, and my hint to you is we'll start off by foiling first, and we take this side, and then we're going to foil, okay, foil that out, and then take a look at what you get. And I just remember, I think in the end, you end up doing foil for steps. I already kind of wrote this. But then step 2, I think you're going to be able to, like, divide everything by 4. Okay, oops, I didn't spell that right. But I think you end up dividing everything by 4, because that gets you on the road to completing the square. Okay, so take a look at that again. I'm not going through the whole problem. Complete the square once you get to that point. Okay, but try that for this equation to get yourself going. Foil first on the right side there. Then I think you'll have something where you end up with 4x squared as your leading coefficient. So if you divide everything by 4, that'll start reducing everything down. I think it'll divide nicely, but you got to check and see. And then start your process of completing the square to start getting you to your answer. Okay? Again, there's some hints. Good luck, you guys. Otherwise, have a great weekend, too. Okay, if you still have any trouble, even over the weekend, let me know. You can still email me, or I can even still Zoom with you then, too. I'd love to check in with some of you guys as well, so please let me know if you want to Zoom, and especially for certain problems and all that. Or, again, email's been working great for some of you as well. Okay, so just check in when you need, when you're having questions, but I will help you, too. All right, have a great weekend.